With the sale starting in September, I'm sure you guys are wondering, what are the best deals in Amazon and Flipkart right now? Well, in this video, I'm not going to be talking about all the sales that are coming up next week. It's going to be in the next video. Well, instead, in this video, I'm going to help you pick your ideal phone before the sale starts. Yeah, I'm going to be helping you with a step-by-step guide on how to pick your ideal smartphone. So, we're going to be focusing on 7 different sections. It's going to be the display, the performance, battery and charging, camera, the software, the build, and the price, of course. So, starting up with the camera. So basically, all these smartphones are just showing up. We got more megapixels, 108 megapixel, 200 megapixel camera. Well, I'm here to bust that myth. More megapixels doesn't always mean more camera quality. That is, bigger the sensor, the better will be the photo. Because more light enters the sensor, the better your quality will be. So brands like Google, Apple, Samsung, they use AI, and that's how they excel in the camera department. And you should also look out for periscope and telephoto lens. Coming on to the video, 4K or 8K recording is really important if you're a YouTuber like me, or you do take a lot of videos and vlogs and stuff. If you increase your budget, you should expect an optical image stabilization or an electronic image stabilization that comes along with the phone. So that's it for the camera department. I'll be summarizing all the important stuff in the last, so stay tuned to check it out. Coming on to the display. Well, you see, we got 3 types of display: AMOLED, LTPO OLED, and the usual LCD. Well, LCDs are getting a bit older, so AMOLED or the LTPO OLED are the new norm right now. So if you're buying a new phone, at least make sure it's got an AMOLED screen. And coming to the refresh rate, well, we got 60, 190 Hz and 120 Hz. 60 Hz is really old right now. You've got to amp it up to at least the 90 Hz or more than that, 120 Hz. So try to get a phone with at least the 90 Hz display. Even at the below 20K segment, phones are starting to give 190 Hz FPS along with an AMOLED screen. So keep that as a basic minimum. So coming to the brightness, 1500 plus nits is the basic norm. Yeah, your phones do need to be bright enough so that you can see them under direct sunlight. And coming to the resolution, that is 1080p or Full HD or Quad HD plus screens. I don't have to say this out loud, but definitely don't stoop down to HD plus displays. You need at least the Full HD, that is 1080p displays. Well, 1080p displays are good, but you do need to check out the QHD or Ultra HD displays as well. As we're talking about the display, I'd also like to point out on the media, that is the speakers. You do need at least Dolby Atmos speakers, and dual or stereo speakers will improve the experience a lot. So make sure to include that as well. Coming on to the performance, that is essentially the heart of the system. We got only 2 main competitors, Snapdragon or Dimensity, and I'm clearly a fan of Snapdragon. Well, that's because Snapdragon processors are better optimized and do have better thermals. So yeah, they don't heat much compared to the Dimensity processors. So around the 20K segment, you should be expecting a Snapdragon 7S Gen 3 or at least a Snapdragon 7 Gen 3, not less than that. The Snapdragon 6 Gen 4 could be ideal, but don't stoop down to the older processors right now. Coming to the Dimensity 7300 should be good enough below the 20K range as well. And at 25K, you definitely need to get yourself a Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. Well, it's kind of old, but Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 is the norm below 25K. Coming to the Dimensity, you got Dimensity 8200 at 25K. And if you bump up your budget above 25K, you can always get yourself a Snapdragon 8 Gen 4. You don't get it immediately after 25K. You need to go up to like 40K or something. Or you can always go with the Dimensity Ultra chipsets. And at the top is the Snapdragon 8 Elite. That is the king of the processors right now. Make sure if you get an new flagship, make sure it's got a Snapdragon 8 Elite in it. And for all of you Samsung fans out there, please step away from Exynos. For the price you're going to be paying for the flagship, Exynos just isn't worth it. Now, talking about performance, there's also the RAM part. 8GB is the baseline for 2025. If you're a gamer or you do any editing stuff on your smartphone, you need at least 12 or 16 gigs of RAM. 8 gigs will do for the basic day-to-day tasks. Okay, coming to the type of RAM, we got the LPDDR. I know you're all wondering, what's LPDDR? What's LPDDR 4X, 5X? Well, I'm here to clear the doubt for you. LPDDR is basically just the type of RAM. So it will help you in multitasking, app loading, gaming tasks, and even background apps. So basically, we got LPDDR 4X, 5X, and 5X Ultra. So LPDDR 4X can easily keep around 3 to 4 apps in the background. Whereas for LPDDR 5 and 5X is up to 8 to 9 apps. Well, So the 5X Ultra though, on the other hand, will be keeping 10 to 12 apps in the background without shutting them down. So yeah, LPDDR 4X for all those normies out there who just performing day-to-day tasks, nothing out of the blue. Or if you're performing gaming or multitasking, I would recommend at least an LPDDR5 or LPDDR5X phone. The flagship phones out there, it's definitely 5X or 5X Ultra. There's the other type of storage, that is the UFS. It's like the SSD of laptops. Just like the LPDDR, there are several types for the UFS. But the UFS storage just helps us load things faster, similar to the multitasking and all the background apps. So we got the UFS 2.2, 3.1 and 4.0. Well, 2.2 is old AF and 3.1 is basically the norm right now. So please don't buy phones with UFS 2.2. I'm pretty sure phones like the Nothing still give out UFS 2.2, so try to avoid that. Try getting the UFS 3.1 and UFS 4.0 for all the higher end smartphones. Speaking of performance, how can I not talk about gaming? Well, if you're a gamer and you want a good smartphone with all the hardware, I definitely recommend Xiaomi and iQOO phones right now because they're the bang for buck when it comes to gaming. They'll give you a good processors for around even a 20k or 15k budget. 5G is also a must in these phones. Well, I'm pretty sure all the phones that are coming up right now, they do support 5G. And the more the 5G mans, the merrier. That just improves your 5G signal. If you're liking what you're seeing right now, please do subscribe to the channel. A sub would really mean it, And also, we did hit 50 subscribers recently. So let's hit the goal to 100 subscribers. I know we can do it.